अस्मदाचार्य
पर्यंताम वंदे गुरु परंपराम.
Next one.
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
Thank you, Anvit. Our pranams to our gurus, and with the blessings of Guru, we start the class. And who else will do the first? This is Darshil. Darshil is going to tell us one of the most interesting story of Samudra Mantana. Over to you, Darshil.
I only remember some points.
Over to you, Darshil. You are ready?
Yes, but I only remember a few points.
No problem. Whatever you remember, go ahead.
One day, once upon a time, Durvasa sage gave Indra Dev, one of Indra's Dev devotees, a garden. Indra a garden. He put the garden in Aravat's, one of his Aravat's trunk. When Indra and Aravat landed to the ground, a few bees were attracted. Aravat was irritated and threw the garland down. Sage Durvasa got angry. He cursed of Durvasa Muni. Durvasa sage cursed the gods or devas will lose their strength and fortune. After this curse, demons/asuras defeated devas. King of demons Bali captured heaven. Frustrated gods went to Lord Vishnu seeking his help. Lord Vishnu advised them they can regain their power by drinking nectar or amrit. The amrit can be acquired by the churning of cherished sagar or milky ocean. Indradev convinced asuras for Samudra Mantara's churning of ocean. Mandara mountain was used as a churning rod. Vasuki, serpent king, was used as a rope. Asuras held the end and Suras, Devas held tail of the giant serpent. Kurma avatar. As churning began, the mountain Mandala started sinking down. To support it, Lord Vishnu took Kurma Avatara, aka large tortoise. Many precious things appeared after this churning lake. Goddess Lakshmi, Kamadenu, divine god, Shankan, Shell, Airavat, divine elephant, Kapavashika, divine tree, divine tree, moon. Gems came out of turning. Finally, when Hala poison appeared, to save the universe, Lord Shiva drank the poison and stored it in the neck, since he's known as blue-throated.
Nilakantha.
Darvadani, god of medicine, appeared with a pot filled with nectar. Mohani avatar. As soon as the nectar appeared, again gods and demons started fighting to get it. Lord Vishnu took the form of a beautiful lady named Mohani and cleverly distributed the nectar to the gods alone. One demon, Savabanu, sat on the side of the gods and drank few drops of the nectar. When Vishnu saw him, he punished him with the chakra. Take home message. We all need to do this manthan or churning for ourselves to explore our positive and negative aspects. This story tells us how Lord helps their devotee at the time of
Crisis.
Lord Shiva rescued universe by drinking the hala or poison. Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of the Kurma Avtara, large tortoise, to bear the weight of the mountain, and again in the form of Mohini Avatar to help the Devas get the nectar or Amrit.
Thank you very much. Excellent story and well narrated with the important take-home message. So children, from today onwards, let us make one promise. Let us churn our mind, what is going on, positive or negative, at the end of your day. How would you do that? Before just going to bed, sit besides some kind of form of God, or just besides your table, study table, or near your bed, and quietly pray to Lord Shiva or Vishnu, whichever Lord you like, and ask what positive thing I did today, or what negative thing I mistakenly I have done. If you can. Can I ask? Can you ask? Yeah. Okay. So, children, this is what we'll practice. Will you practice, children, if you can? So that will help us understand the story very well. And slowly you will get that gems in the form of discipline, or in the form of positive energy, or in the form of understanding your own positive or negative, or what good strengths you have. So this story is not what has happened in the Puranas, but this story happens every day in your mind. That should be churned out. And when you churn out, when you churn out the curd, you will get beautiful, what you say, venna, means, I just forgot the name for it. What is it, Darshil? When you churn out curd?
Sonia.
Yeah.
Butter.
Butter. So, which is very sweet, very nice. That is Amrit. Same way, if you churn out your mind, what will happen is you will, God will take care of your all the negative aspect, and He will give strength in the form of so many gems, so many beautiful Lakshmi, so many things came out of that. Let us take this promise and go ahead in our class. Now, this thing will happen if you have satvik guna. Okay, and we are in the chapter where you are dealing with guna traya vibhaga yoga. There are 3 gunas we all know by now. We have done 5 verses in this chapter, and Bhagwan is telling that these are the important messages what Bhagwan is going to give in the first 3 verses, and then he start describing the satvik, rajasik, and tamasic. We have seen what is saguna, means the person or the personality with gunas. That is we all, human being, or the nature around us, or the world. And nirguna. Can anyone say who is nirguna?
Paramshuman?
Yes. Anyone else?
The people who are greedy.
No. Greedy means tamasic guna, right? Or rajasic
Yeah.
guna maybe.
So, what was the question?
Nirguna. Whom do you call nirguna?
Sir, Nirguna you call who does not interact with anyone, just stays quietly in like one corner.
That is satvik person. You are okay. Nirguna, we saw attributeless. Nothing. What is that? Brahman, right? He answered you. Parabrahma, Brahman. Now we have seen these examples. You remember heat is a original thing and the heat transferred into the bowl is borrowed. Same way, the sun is original, moon is borrowed. And the Nirguna Brahman, the original Brahman, gives everything its sentiency or the life that is borrowed. See, we all are in borrowed category, but we know that we are made up of both the Brahma Amsha, the part of Brahman is in us, and we have these borrowed things. That's why we have name, we have form, we have place, we have personality. And that constitutes to our body, mind, and the body-mind interaction with the world. Can I interact with you without this computer today?
No, sir. Like if
Not
face to
possible.
face.
Not possible. Until unless I am a Muni or something which I can communicate without anything. But for a normal individual, body and mind is required and some means of communication to the world, like I'm communicating through this computer or internet. So we all have this device, the 5 senses, which always communicates to outer world. When we stop this communication, and when we do that, we start communicating with your higher self. That part of original consciousness is there within you, somewhere hidden in your Atma, near somewhere in the heart, cave of heart, they say. You start communicating with it. When you're sitting quiet, don't you communicate with yourself? Like Daivik is sitting quiet in a class, start talking to yourself. But that you're talking to your mind, not to mind, your higher self.
Sir, if
Yes.
I do that, my class teacher will say that I have to go to the mental hospital.
Okay, when you communicate with yourself, it should not be communication verbally. Then it will look like going to mental hospital. If you sit quietly and see something or observe, then it is not to go to mental hospital, but it is you are going within yourself. Okay. Now, how do you react to this body mind world? Every day this is changing. This is unstable. It can also get modified. If you are learning a bicycle, you all know we can modify the tricycle to bicycle to motorcycle. And with practice, we can improve ourselves. Are you all 100% agreeing to this? How do you interact with your body, mind?
Yes, sir. I agreed for everything.
Okay, Darshil. So, children, you understand, whenever we practice, we can stop thinking too much of the outer world and start concentrating on your inner, higher potential and lot of strength world. Okay? Yeah. Now, in the first verse, we saw Bhagwan is telling this chapter begins with his own words that it is a very, very important knowledge. And in second verse, he says that even those people who get this knowledge, they don't have birth, life cycle in any way. They will be free from it. No death or no rebirth for them. And they will be free like this free bird from a cage. And they won't return back anywhere. They're called Jivan Muktas. In the third verse, we have seen that Bhagwan starts to tell that this knowledge begins with him because he was the initial what you can say, the consciousness, like he put the seeds in the womb of Prakriti. And Prakriti, does he mean by Prakriti? It is the Maya Shakti, or it is none other. Like if you see ocean is very silent, deep ocean. But on the sides, you see the waves, the small waves, the medium waves.
Sir. Like we plant by seeds, the The seed of the universe was the Big Bang.
Very good. So the Big Bang theory, but Darshil, many children don't know Big Bang theory, but they know the big ocean. So Bhagwan
I
is
know the Big Bang theory.
Bhagwan is like the ocean, very calm. The wind or some ripples happen and the wave starts, they are Prakriti. And how long the waves will be there? Few milliseconds or seconds or minutes.
Forever.
Yeah, there will be different waves forever.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but the ocean is forever. It is the source, the Chetana. It is Nirguna. It won't change. The depth of the ocean will be
Till
same.
the sun dies. Till
Yes.
the sun dies in a supernova.
Exactly. Till the Prakriti ends. So we have seen what is Prakriti and what is Purusha. Purusha here is the original personality, and whatever seen in the mirror is Prakriti. Prakriti. This is original is Purusha. Prakriti is your reflection. Purusha's reflection. Today, Narani was supposed to tell the story, but we go ahead. It is a story of Shiva. You're okay, Narani? Okay. Narani will tell you the story of Shiva and Chandala. How Shiva deceived Adi Shankaracharya. How he deceived his original self by taking a roop of Chandala. Narani, over to you.
Namaste to one and all present here. Today I'll be presenting the story of Shiva and Chandala. One day, Adi Shankaracharya, after his rituals in the Ganga river, was returning for worshipping in a temple. While he was returning to the temple, he met a group of Chandalas passing by him. And the Adi Shankaracharya told the Chandala to move. The Chandala's reply was, "What should move? My soul, my Atma, or my body?" The Chandala says, Adi Shankaracharya, at the moment Chandala speaks these words, realizes that he is no ordinary person and he is Sakshat Lord Shiva in a form of Chandala. With this sentence, he knows that this is the person who I should get blessings from, and immediately touches the Chandala's feet and Chandala will resume his form as Shiva. And with this, Adi Shankaracharya learns that we should not be with a lot of pride. We should be humble towards every creature or organism. Thank you. Dhanyavadam.
Thank you, Narayani. Very well done. I would request Darshil, you please mute yourself. When you want, you can raise your hand and I will ask the question. Mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So, children, the story is about how you should be humble, even if you know, if you are very learned, you may be the best of best, but there is none other than Lord like Shiva. So Shiva took a test of Adi Shankaracharya. Do you know Adi Shankaracharya?
Yes, sir.
Whatever we are reading today, whatever the scriptures are there, Adi Shankaracharya, when he was there, he walked barefooted from Kerala and entire Asia. He walked 3 times, spreading the news. Like today, I am trying to just tell to few students, 20, 23, but he went around entire Asia. That time Asia means India, China, Nepal, Afghanistan, everything included. He went 3 times, children. So he was not an ordinary man, but still such a personality was tested by Lord Shiva, and he wrote Manisha Panchakam, a praise for Lord Shiva. Someday we will do Manisha Panchakam, 5 verses. So with that, we come to the next story of...
Sir, sorry, but just one doubt.
Yeah.
What is a Chandala?
Chandala is... these people are actually the people who are staying in Samshan.
Like a goat herder.
No. Not goat herder. They are actually the dead bodies. They give the fire. They give the fire to the dead bodies. They remove the ashes. That type of people. They always live in the graveyards, in that dark areas.
I get it, sir.
Okay.
Hari Om. Anna.
Yes.
Hari Om.
Hari Om,
I have
ma'am.
one more point to add to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Chandala is a person who eats dog meat.
Okay.
That's what it is said.
Okay.
That
We
means
are
he always takes tamasic food.
tamasic food. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So till now we are understanding all the stories, all the verses. Let us understand this story of a beautiful bird. Okay. It's a beautiful story from Ramayana.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, clear. Okay, go ahead.
Veerabhadra temple is a Hindu temple located in Lepakshi in the state of Andhra Pradesh, India. The temple is dedicated to Veerabhadra, a incarnation of Lord Shiva, built in 16th century. The architectural features of the temple are in the Vijayanagara style with profusion of carvings and paintings at almost every exposed surface of the temple. It is one of the centrally populated protected monuments of national importance and is considered one of the most spectacular Vijayanagara temples. Location. The temple has been built on the southern side of Lepakshi town on a low altitude hillock of a large exposure of granite rock, which is in the shape of a tortoise and hence known as Kurma Saila. It is 140 kilometers away from Bangalore. History. The temple was built in 1530 AD by Virupanna Nayaka and Veeranna, both brothers who were governors under the Vijayanagara Empire during the region of King Achyutaraya at Penakonda, who were native to Karnataka. The temple consists only Kannada inscriptions. According to Skanda Purana, the temple is one of the Divya Kshetra and important pilgrimage site of Lord Shiva. Architecture. The temple is of the Vijayanagara architectural style. The main temple is laid out in 3 parts. These are the assembly hall known as the Mukhamantapa or Rangamantapa. Another part is Ardhamantapa and Garbhagriha. The mystery of the hanging pillar. What really makes everyone marvel most is who the Lepakshi temple is home to the miraculous hanging pillar. It is absolutely stunning to even dare imagine what instrument could have been used to have a wafer thin gap between the pillar's bottom and the surface of the rocky stone floor under it. The guides who take you around here will do different things to prove that the rock's solid stone pillars is indeed hanging and is suspended, not touching the floor, like moving a twig slowly under the pillar or sending a scar between the pillar's base and the floor under it. From one end to another, tourists give out audible gaps. The mystery of the hanging pillar. There are about 70 pillars at this fabulous 16th century. The temple of stone in Vijayanagara style, but this one is the best known and a tribute to the engineering genius of architect and ancient and medieval Indians temple builders. However, it is a slightly dislodged from its original position. It is said that during the British era, a British engineering tried to move it in a unsuccessful attempt to uncover the secret of its support. Needless to add, neither the curious British engineer nor anyone after him have been able to explain the mystery of how the hanging pillar at the Lepakshi temple was crafted. The Lepakshi temple is a marvel of archaeological and artistic splendor. Thank you. Sir, finished.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to your parents. What class you are in, Dhruti?
Sir, 4th, 7th.
Okay. Okay. Good attempt. Very good attempt. But I would like next time if you get something, please practice before the class. Because children, we have to finish some sort of verses, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. It was a good attempt. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks to your parents who are sitting beside you. Very good. Very good.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, children, one more important thing about this temple, do you know? What is that? Why it is called Lepakshi?
Sir, because this was the spot where Jatayu was very died.
Excellent. That is one important thing. When Ramayana, when Sita was carried away forcefully by Ravana, here is the place where Jatayu, the Pakshi who was actually he fought with Ravana. Even though he was not having that much power, but he had the guts to fight with Ravana, the mighty king of Asura Ravana. And finally, he was the messenger who told that Sita was taken in this direction. Okay. So let us move to the 4th verse. And we all know Pragna has already beautifully explained this, that again he repeats that from me only, all this, whatever you see, like from the ocean, the waves are formed, from the Bhagwan, the original consciousness, everyone has borrowed it through the Prakriti, the Maya Shakti, and we all beings in this world, this universe, the galaxies, the cosmos is formed. So, what is this universe made up of? Can someone read for me this? Nayana, can you read for me, please? Okay, Darshil wants to say. Okay, Darshil, go ahead. Can you have raised your hand, Darshil? Okay. Diana, go ahead and just read these points.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
God alone, big no. It's Purusha, the attributeless, and the Prakriti, the attribute one. Mix of both is the universe. So I'm also part of this mixture.
Exactly. We all are part of both. Just like the gold ornaments are part of gold with some mixture of other heavy metals. Just that way, Bhagwan has created through his Maya Shakti, he gave birth to Brahmaji. Brahmaji made entire universe for us. So this concept is very clear. And in last time, Aditi was explaining how this entire universe again goes into 3 gunas: sattva, rajasak, and tamasic guna. Okay? And how it is happening? It is because of the inert nature of these gunas. The sattvic mind is something which is always thinking mind. A thinking mind will sit in one place and think, read, understand. He wants to go into inwards rather than outer world. He likes to be happy with himself. That is sattvic mind. So when you like to be happy with yourself, you are not going to have sangha, a sangha. You don't like companies. You like yourself. Most of the time, you play with your own self. And he will be silent because he knows silence is the key for going inwards. Then rajasic mind is explained. Rajasic mind is just not thinking mind. Just like the child behind, jumping up and down, not thinking whether he's going to fall down, whether it's going to hurt himself or his sister. That is rajasic mind. And they always want to go outwards. They want to see an entire place. If they are placed in one place, the next moment they will be in another room. If you go there, they will be in another, they're climbing somewhere. That is rajasic mind. They won't sit in a place for even a second. And they always want some company. They want either a TV, a mobile, a tablet. They want a gun, a car. or they want something.
They are frigidity. They are frigidity.
Exactly. So Darshil, are you frigidity?
No.
Sometimes?
No.
Okay.
Some,
He's strongly saying no, we accept that. Okay. And they always want some company. They can't sit quietly at all. They're buzzing with sound, and that is the key for Rajasic mind. Then comes quality of a Tamasic mind. They are mischievous, they harm themselves, they harm others. And they are very harmful, notorious. I don't think so any one of you are near this monkey. All are good children. Okay? So, how these gunas affect all of us?
get angry every single time.
I didn't hear you properly.
I get angry every single day because of mother.
Okay, everyone gets angry, but not every single day. That is not good. I will tell you why you get angry. Because every guna, if you are satvik also, if you're reading too much, you feel what I am reading is correct. What mother is saying is not correct. So that's why you have anger. And that comes because of three things. You get attached. You get attached to your guna. Every guna has attachment. If you're rajasic, without having gadgets to play, you can't sit quiet. You cannot play. Satvik person without books, he can't sit quietly. He feels very nervous. And tamasic, without hurting someone, he will be not happy. So that is bandhakatvam. Remember this acronym BAD, which is bad. This is there with every gunas. And second is atrupti kartatvam. Atrupti means whatever he has, he will not be enough. So any number of sattvic like things you do, or rajasic or tamasic, they are not happy with that. You will feel to do more and more. And dukkha mishritatvam. After all the pleasure you get, with these gunas, you will have pain also. Slowly we'll understand this thing. But how does this bad thing affect you? It affects not the body and mind. It affects the soul, the atma, the original consciousness, that gold, liquid gold within you. That atma is bound like this bird is bound with chains. This chain here represents the different gunas. Nibadanti deha dehinam. So it binds this atma into the deha, means in your sharira. But what is the goal of all of us? To get liberated, to get free from all of this by breaking the three gunas. Now these three gunas basically represented by, if you see the chin mudra. Anyone can tell me chin mudra in your way, in your own way?
Oh, yes, sir. Could I?
Okay, Sharav, go ahead.
So the index finger is basically like your body
Individual
and
self.
mind, your body, mind, and the world, and this represents yourself. The thumb represents the original consciousness, the Paramatma. The other three fingers represent the gunas, like the index represents sattvic, wisdom, purity, and always having the curiosity to learn the scriptures, and patient. The
Ring finger.
The middle finger represents not the middle finger.
Ring finger.
The ring finger represents what is it? Yeah, the rajasic gunas. Rajasic guna, always active, wanting to move around, going away, always thinking outwards, never thinking of the outcome. And then tamasic, lethargic, darkness, always always wanting to harm yourself or harm others or show off. You are very you're very cool and all that stuff. You harm others and yourself for that.
Yes.
And the tendons, the muscles, tendons are on the muscles. Sir, I'm pretty sure you had once said that all these four fingers are connected, the tendons.
Exactly. Yes, correct.
I'm pretty sure the thumb is not, right, sir?
Yeah, it is separate. Correct.
That itself represents love.
Correct. And also try to next time use the key for a door without using your thumb, or try to use a mouse without a thumb, or maybe even a mobile or tablet without a thumb. Can you do it? Try it out. Or a pen, holding a pen without a thumb. And writing also, not just holding it. Write it. Isn't it difficult to write? Isn't it difficult to open without a... So I think someone is, two devices are there. Please mute one. So children, the significance of Chin Mudra, and many Buddha or any of the deity, they have this Chin Mudra. That means without God and with all your gunas, you yourself will never... Darshil,
Sir,
raise your hand.
can I tell two? I already raised.
Okay, but
Can't you see?
I will do it next time, Darshil, in Chin Mudra for Shivaratri. We can give you this topic, okay? And you nicely prepare and tell, okay?
I don't want. I'm asking what that Sarah said.
But now
Okay.
already has explained. Can we do it after the class? Because now we have to continue the class, right?
The middle finger is like the king of fingers.
Okay,
The index finger is the queen.
okay,
The ring finger is the prince.
okay,
And the little finger is the princess.
okay,
And the thumb finger is the soldier.
okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good. So what we understand by this Chin Mudra is, if you are always bound to these three gunas, because they're attached to this Jivatma, it can't come near to Paramatma. And the whole idea of you understanding scriptures or Bhagavad Gita, or that for that matter, anything, you have to be near the Bhagwan. If you want to be near Bhagwan, you have to leave laziness, you have to leave your pride, ego, and your always activity self-ridden. It is always trying to move here and there, that type of rajasik guna. And also you have to leave trying to be always smart, or you are the best, satvik guna. That is not good. If you only read books, not good. You have to leave all the three gunas to come to Bhagwan. So that is called Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Now we move to Krishna wants to tell us that we shall live it in a progressive way. You cannot leave children tomorrow. You will say, I will leave studying books. First thing after listening to me, you will say, sir has said, don't read books. No, we have to leave these books only when we study and get degrees. Okay? Please don't take me in a wrong way. You have to leave being active only when you understand. If you want to play, you have to be active. If you want to go to school, you have to be getting up, getting ready and going, right? So you have to imagine this example. When a pole vaulter, when she or he is inactive, it is in tamasic phase, just standing and observing where to jump. Then the next phase is rajasik, very active, very fast. They will come near the pole, near the what is that mark, and then the third step is going to the heights, positive heights, that is satvik nature. Now tell me now here, if this girl doesn't leave that satvik nature also, what will happen? Will she go to the next side, this side, or the same side? Whether she fall down on the opposite side? If she doesn't leave the pole.
She will fall down. She will fall down.
So the idea is, first you are inactive, then you are active,
The right side. The right side.
then you reach the top.
She'll
But-
place pants onto the ground.
Okay, the example is for progressively leaving the gunas. Okay, you cannot leave the gunas just today itself and say, I am not
Sir,
going to...
if she leaves the rope, she's down.
Exactly. But the idea is to go to the other side. Now, this other side is nothing but, if you see the thumb, we have to go to this person, Jivatma, or we all has to go to Paramatma by leaving these three gunas, but progressively. First, try to leave your laziness. Get up early in the morning, do all your yajnas, do your rituals, get the things tidy at your home. Second is be active in the daytime, but in the evening time, do puja and sit quietly, meditate. And third, be good to everyone, be good to yourself, and do positive things. But when you grow from this, when you become adult, you responsible citizen, finally you become one day old, you have to leave all these three. Okay, not now. It is not the time to leave and go to the other side. Just as a children, be active, but in a right direction, not in the opposite direction. Okay. So Sharo has raised hand. Anything, Sharo?
Oh yes, so one more thing. Like I want to give an example of the same thing, but not the pole which they jump, the pole which they have to jump over.
Hmm.
Yeah, so if you jump over it, it's like Mukti. You're going to the Paramatman. You've really achieved something. After learning and practicing all that, you've really achieved something to go over that. But if you just go under it, it's like moksha. You only enjoy it, but not for that long. You only
Super.
think that you're over there.
Fantastic. So that will be called as underachiever. Okay. If you go under the pole without achieving the correct height, without getting the correct momentum, you can't achieve any height. So the momentum you will get is through studies, to your daily activities, which is very important for children. Okay. Rama, madam, you want to say something, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Is this
You can
example
just
okay,
say that,
madam?
horizontal bar which crosses is the Maya. That's how you can transcend Maya. That's
Okay.
maybe for children it's too high. That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
thought.
why I just wanted to introduce them to some examples.
Yeah.
We will change the examples as this chapter progresses. We will change the examples.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Nice
Thank you.
one.
Thank you. Thank you. So, children, now today's first verse. It is almost coming at 9 o'clock, but it's okay. So that's why children take your time, but not so long time that we will not be able to complete the verses. I request you to take 4 or 5 minutes maximum for your hear story or anything. Okay, ma'am, over to you. Raghav, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Hari Om. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena badhnāti nāna sangena chānagha. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat
Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat
prakashakamanāmayam
prakashakamanāmayam
sukha sangena badhnāti
sukha sangena badhnāti
badhnāti
badhnāti.
Badh, their dha is red one, no Mahaprana. Sukha sangena badhnāti.
Sukha sangena badhnāti.
Very good, very good. Gnana sangena chanagha.
Jnana sangena chanagha.
Okay, let us all chant together. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat.
Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat
Prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena badhnāti gnāna sangena chanagha.
Okay, Raghav, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Tatra, amongst them, Sattvam is bright, Anamayam, Ananamayam, and harmless, Nirmalatvat, due to its properties, Badhnate, it binds,
Sukha Sangena, by causing attachments to pleasure. Jnana Sangena, and by causing attachment to knowledge. Anagha, O Arjuna. So in this verse, the meaning of this verse is, among them, Sattva is bright and harmless due to its purities. It binds by causing attachment to pleasure and by causing attachment to knowledge. O Arjuna. So the meaning of this verse is that in this verse, Krishna is telling us that in Satoguna, we have attachment to knowledge and to satisfaction. Sattvagur is very harmless and bright because it's very pure and it's like a stepping stone towards Brahman, like it's like a ladder towards Brahman, but it may bind us to satisfaction, which can lead us sometimes to not reading the scriptures. As I have seen 2-3 people near me who are very like sattvic people who are very satisfied with their lives, and they say that we don't need any scriptures because we are very satisfied with our lives. We do exercise daily and we have a good health, etc., etc. Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Excellent, Raghav. With that example, it is so important, children, that we don't only remember God in difficult times. Those who remembered God in good time also, they will get faster liberation. So as you correctly pointed out, many people, if you ask, especially the elders, they say we have everything and God has blessed us, so we don't have to do any scriptural studies. But children, you are so young and you are doing the scriptural studies, you are the real blessed ones and you are the heroes of the society. So that's a very important point, Raghav. Thank you very much. So how do we know what are there are some modes to know what is this gunas. There are some like lakshanas to know these gunas. One is they have definition. Like satvik, we know what it is. It is always going to be a person who is going inwards, silent, and reading things and intellectual things. And they are also classified according to mode of attachment. Bandhana prakara. A rajasik person will always want to do more, and never stop. Then indicator, that this is like we know Shiva Linga, it is indicator of Shiva. Same way, Tamaguna has indicator. Can you tell me any indication of Tamaguna? Tamas. Laziness, sleepy, always drowsy, sleepy. He doesn't want to wake up. Then the gati, the travel time and direction. Because of this guna, you will have you will travel faster because of the sattvic. I'm talking about spiritual travel. In the path of spirituality, if you are sattvic, you will travel faster. Like you will jump. But if you are rajasic, you will be stagnant. And if you are tamasic, you will actually go reverse direction. And the benefits, all of us know with sattvic, the benefit is jnana phalam. You'll understand the knowledge given by Krishna. Then all the other two gunas, you might not come to even the classes. Even if you're in the classes and running here and there, you will not get any knowledge. The meaning of this verse particular, there was a word called niramayam. Sattvic gun is niramayam. Means what? The example of this prism, it is pure bright light. It doesn't have any mixture. Sattvic people or sattvic personality or sattvic act is like filtering all the negative or whatever different things and only given pure light. Like a prism, the sattvic person's mind. Yeah.
Sir, I did this in my class.
You did?
Yeah, by putting the torch and a rainbow came.
Yeah. But here, what the sattvic personality is, that you filter all the colors and you are pure like a white, bright light. So your prism.
Same. I also did the same.
Very good, children. Very good. Coming to prakashatmakavam. So that means pure like water. The other rajasic and tamasic are muddy water. But sattvic, your mind is so filtered. You will only take good things. Anything negative, someone is bullying you, someone is shouting at you, you will not hear that. You will just ignore. And you will only see good and you will take good and you become pure. So these two meanings from this verse, very important, children. Now coming to seventh verse, Narayani will chant with ma'am. I will ask Daivik to mute. Okay, Narayani, go ahead. Madam, over to you.
Sir, it's muted, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi Trishna sanga samudbhavam Tannibadhnati kaunteya Karma sangena dehinam Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Karma sangena dehinam.
Karma sangena dehinam.
Very good. Now let us all chant together. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Ragatmakam vidhi
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
samudbhavam
Tannibadhnati kaunteya Karma sangena dehinam.
Vidhi, understanding, Raja Ragatmakam, Rajas, to be the nature of passion, Trisangasamubhavam, and to be the cause of desire and attachment. Tadnibadhanti, it binds, Dekhinam, self. Karma sangena, by causing attachment to activity. Kaunteya, O Arjuna. Understand Rajas to be the nature of passion and the cause of desire and attachment. It binds the self by causing attachment to activity, O Arjuna. This verse, Rajo Rajatmakam Vidhi. It is the natural nature of attachment and passion. A rajasic mind is highly extrovert and it always wants to relate with the things and people. Raga means relationship, attachment, and passion. Importance of Rajoguna. Pancha Mahayajna will require activity, in which case we will require Rajoguna. Trisanga Samubhavam. Since it is an extrovert mind, a dynamic mind, it has a lot of ambitions and wants to achieve. Always wants to achieve something or the other. It is an ambitious mind and therefore it has Trishna. Trishna means desire for external things. Lot of possessions after acquiring things. Asanga, she wants to hold on to everything. Samudbhavam means it is the source. What is the source? Rajoguna is the source of desire and attachment. Desire for things, not possessed and attachment to things which are already possessed. Ragatmakam, of the nature of attachment. How does the Rajoguna bind the individual? Tannibadhanti. Rajoguna also binds Dehinam, the individual, Karma Sangena, by making him attached to karma all the time. Karma Sangha make him a workaholic, and we may argue karma is required for accomplishing them. Even karma yoga is required for chitta shuddhi. Karma sangena, attachment to karma is binding. Rajorag. I would like to give an example of stairs. We all know walking on stairs. While we walk on stairs, we do not think we have walked on the first step. We want to achieve and go to the next step, not to be attached to the first step and go to the next step. So as we go to the second step, it gives us rajoguna. This is called satvaguna, which helps us to go from one step to next, which helps us to go to the goal. And these three gunas helps us to get chitta shuddhi, and this chitta shuddhi will give us, and we need to go after all the three gunas to make us free from all the attachment we have towards the materialistic world. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Excellent. And that brings us to the end of this class. We would take the more meaning of this 7th verse in the next class. And the next class will be also, we will practice something about Shivratri. And already children have given me the names. I will give a few topics to them. Prepare it well. Send me by a PPT and please practice. Don't make it too lengthy, 3 to 4 minutes a topic.
Yes, sir.
So with this, we who can chant? Shalokya, will you chant Om Purnamada?
Can I chant, sir?
Okay, Vishwesh, go ahead.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, children. And Atit will take your questions. Hari Om, all of you. Have a good day. Have a good night.